My name is Joe Boschulte, Commissioner of Tourism for the beautiful United States Virgin Islands.
Thank you so much for bringing Travel News some time here at CTM 42. First of all, give us an update.
Well, it's been a great Caribbean hotel, CHTA Marketplace, 42 as you mentioned. Wonderful reception last night done by Jamaica. Had an opportunity to see and talk to people I hadn't seen probably since the last marketplace. So it's always a good opportunity to come in, not only hear about what other destinations are doing, give it an opportunity to share what we're doing, but sometimes the highlight is just being able to catch up with people that are in the business, that are doing things across the Caribbean. In this particular case, I have an opportunity to talk about what's going well for them, what's going well for us. It's always an opportunity to learn about what's happening in the tourism space. I always tell our team that it's always an opportunity to learn, never a situation where we know it all, right? Because that basically breeds that you think you know, and then the only way down from there is down. So we don't want to be there. We always want to be striving to do better.
And that's just been a theme all the way through this kind of, what is it, co-opetition, I think is what you call it?
Co-opetition is a strong, yeah. I always tell people, and that's from Minister Bartlett from Jamaica, it's always important for us in the region. And I always tell our team, just finished a Caribbean Tourism Organization meeting, that it's important for us to continue to have more and more visitors come to the Caribbean, whether it's Jamaica, whether it's USVI, whether it's Trinidad, across the spectrum. It gets people in the region. And then once you get in the region, you become curious. And then you want to see other places, and you want to do other things, as opposed to if you never come to the region, then we just remain a set of dots in the Caribbean and Atlantic Ocean. So it's important for people to come.
So much to see here. It's you could spend your entire life discovering the Caribbean. So tell me, what's going on? What's new in USVI?
Well, we're pleased to report that tourism seems to be doing extremely well in terms of visitors. Of course, cruise visitors are back for us, which was very important. I think when we spoke in Puerto Rico a couple of years ago, it was not any cruises going on at all. So that helps us. I think we've increased our seats into the territory from the U.S. mainland. Very, very important for us because 90% plus of our visitors come from the continental U.S. Mainland. We continue to finally, for us, see new hotels come online. That's a very good sign that people are willing to invest in the U.S. Virgin Islands into the future. So we just had the Westin and property open up an autograph collection under Marriott Bonvoy, almost 500 rooms. We have a couple other properties coming online in St. Thomas, St. Croix continues to be interest. The biggest, probably new, recent event for us has been a private-public partnership to upgrade both of our airports on St. Thomas and in St. Croix. So $200 million plus expected to be invested in each one of the stations, including jetways and a full renovation and modernization of both airports, as well as sizing them for growth into the future. So we're very excited about that. We continue to be diligent in ensuring that our marketing and public relations stay relevant to keep the brand refined and in front of people. And of course, from a marketing aspect, it's always important to make sure that people know the fun and the happy times they can get coming to the USVI.
You've always been very innovative with your marketing strategy, reaching new audiences. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we've actually started a new tangent in broader scale marketing. We have agreements with 3 professional sports teams, the Boston Red Sox in Boston. We have direct lift out of Boston Logan. We have an agreement with the Chicago Cubs out of Chicago. We have 2 airlines fly out of O'Hare, direct to the territory. We have an agreement with the New York Jets, which is out of the tri-state area, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, which is our biggest market in terms of travelers historically to the USVI. And of course, we have direct lift from Newark and JFK into the USVI. So it's important for us to continue to ensure that the brand is seen, people see it. The more you see it, hey, look up USVI, visit USVI as our tagline. We get people to come in. We did a smaller deal with the Milwaukee Bucks, which is the tie-into O'Hare. What we found is that people seem to resonate with their favorite sports team. And I think we could probably go around the world in the Premier League, or you go to the Spanish League. You start doing stuff with one of their big teams. People are like, oh yeah, well, that's what he's following. And for us, it's our U.S. sports team in the baseball and football for us right now that we do. We've also been building our relationships with some of the sports and entertainment agencies, especially as we try to reach the millennial and the Generation Z travelers. They receive information and news differently than people who are Generation X or older, right? They look at things differently. They get their information from social media platforms. You know, I'm fortunate to have a son that's in that age bracket, and you know, he could watch a game that's on the TV that I'm watching on the TV, but he'll watch it on one of his devices, and I'm like, why would you watch the game when we got the big TV? But their mindset is triggered toward that device and or some kind of a podcast that's related to it, and that's where they get their news. So if we want to continue to reach that demographic, when you speak about innovation and what needs to do, we had to change, right, and adapt to what they, as a 25-year-old or 28-year-old, prefer to do if we want them as a visitor. So you had to do that, and that's why we branched out into TikTok. So USVI now is on TikTok. And we have our pages on TikTok, again as a mean where these young people, younger people, that's where they visit, that's where they go. And I think the other part of it is important is not only do they spend a lot of time on their devices on these social media platforms, but many of them, that's where they actually get their news from. So if you get your news from a source and you also find out where you vacation, then we needed to be there. So we're on those particular social media mediums.
Listen, thank you so much for sharing
Thank you.
today.
Appreciate it.
Always great to catch up.
Definitely. Thank you.